Hey guys, Bobby Hughes here with Point Firearms, and just wanted to bring you guys another garden update video. I think I'm at week 6. Yeah, today is the 6th week since I planted the garden, and despite the fact that my grass looks like a desert plain because of the lack of rain that we've had, and my grass never looks like this. Despite that, my garden's still looking really good. So anyway, we'll stop down here at the chickens. Look how big those girls are getting. Fattening up nice. So they're doing good. I ended up, because my tomato plants were getting so big, these are probably, I don't know, 3 feet high right now. 6 weeks old and that big. So what I ended up doing was getting a piece of fence. The cages are too small and they were falling over, and I was afraid that they were going to break off. So I found this piece of fencing and put it up, and then tied some strings and then wired the cages so that they can't fall over. Lots and lots of blooms, but several little tomatoes already popping up on it. There are a few bigger ones in and around here. Right there's one, right back in there, pretty good size. So we'll have tomatoes pretty soon, fairly soon. My beans are doing really good. They're not crawling like they're supposed to, or climbing. And they're blue lakes, and they look like pole beans. They're growing tall, and they're not bushing out a whole lot. So I don't know what the deal is. I don't know why they're not fixing themselves to the fence, but they're not. Carrots, and that's not all carrots, a lot of that is weeds, but like all of this stuff here is carrots. You can see they're doing pretty good. I managed to go through there and cut some of those weeds out, but it's still hard to pull the weeds up right around it because carrots are basically big roots and they're not big yet. So, oh man, look at all these tomatoes. Look at that whole nest of tomatoes in there. I didn't even see those. Man, these things are so huge. So yeah, we should have tomatoes before long. Onions still doing really good. I actually dug down and checked on a few of them, and they're probably about that big right now. So I ended up redoing my sprinkler system just because of the lack of rain. The one that I had, it wasn't big enough to shoot the whole garden, the length of the garden. And this one here works awesome. It is a Nelson, and unlike most pedestal sprinklers that spiral or whatever, it's like, you know, the sprinkler thing. This one is actually adjustable, not just left and right limit, but you can adjust the depth or the distance of the shot with this ring here. So I've got it set up to where it stops there, which would be right in line with the garden, and then it rotates around and stops there, which is in line with the garden. And when it's all the way to the left or all the way to the right, it shoots further, and then when it comes around here, it actually just shoots a short stream, and so that way you're not wasting a lot of unneeded watering the area, which right now nothing's unneeded with the lack of rain. You see the area around the garden is nice and green, but the grass is like desert. My beets doing really good. Really good. We're gonna have some good beets this year. Cabbage doing excellent. Got nice heads forming here. Not too much bug action. Which, speaking of which, all the marigolds I planted are doing really good. Most all of them. And you notice the lack of bug holes in the beans now. Still got a few, but a lot less than what was before. My squash and zucchini have finally decided to take off. I actually have 2 zucchinis right here. And we've got some more blooms. We got a little one started there. And it looks like another one started underneath it. We got a bunch of blooms though, tons of blooms. And then, let's see if we have any squash started yet. We've got tons of squash blooms. But I don't see any actual squash. But all of these little blooms will be squash plants. So we've got tons of them. We're gonna have tons of squash. It makes me excited. I love squash. Oh, remember the little okra plants? Those are doing pretty good. It's further than I got last year with the okra, so I think we're gonna be all right there. Here, and if you guys remember from the last video how much of a runt this tomatillo tomato plant was. Look at the blooms on this tomato plant. Tons of them. Tons of them. They're everywhere. And this thing is just stretched out like crazy. So yeah, we should have some good tomatoes on this one. Stevie will be happy. And then, of course, I've still got my onions up here. My plan with the onions, all of those down there I'm going to harvest as I need them. These up here I'm going to let go to seed. I'm going to let them grow and let them go to seed. And then that way I will have onion seeds to start onion bulbs. And then I'm going to let a lot of the stuff go to seed this year. And I'll do a video for you, but I'm going to create a kind of like a seed time capsule. Using a piece of PVC pipe and put some caps on it, and that's going to go into my prep supply, into my food storage, and we're going to use that for a worst case scenario, starting a garden. The little hybrid pepper plant. These peppers are getting big, and they're finally starting to turn. This is the first pepper that was actually on the plant when I bought it from the store and planted it, and it's finally starting to change color a little bit. You can see here the difference in the color in those. Here's the regular one. This one's starting to get a little bit of red in it. So, dude, there's so many peppers on this thing right now. Like, I really need to harvest some of them. Let's see. Let's check the bell pepper plant. Oh. Looks like we have one started there. Right there. It's hard to see, but he's a little guy. But we do have one. Looks like the only one started on that. But then jalapenos. Oh yeah, we got jalapenos everywhere. This thing is loaded with them. I actually probably need to harvest some of these. I'm actually probably about to harvest some of these because there's tons of them on here. And then the potatoes. I just actually did some work on these potatoes Monday night, maybe Tuesday night, I can't remember. I got this second tire put on here, and they're growing like crazy. So just gonna keep feeding them, keep letting them grow, and keep covering them up with hay and dirt. So I'm probably only gonna go with these 2 tires, and then I'm just gonna let them grow and grow until I get ready to harvest them. So anyway, guys, that's the garden so far, week 6. And I guess you could say my harvest so far is some jalapenos. And I'm probably going to cut off some of these little burpee hybrid peppers here, maybe a few of those. I have the green ones. I'm gonna let some of them go to red just so we can see how long it takes them to go. I guess technically that zucchini there I could harvest, but I think I'm gonna let it grow a couple more days. I like my zucchinis big so I can fry them up. So anyway, so far we've harvested some peppers. So anyway, week 6, not too bad I don't think. Considering the dryness that we've had this year, lack of rain, but I'm extremely happy with these tomato plants that I gave $1 a piece for. So anyway guys, that's it for this video. Until next time, get out there and shoot some guns, be safe, and most importantly, have fun. See you guys later.